At that, I would stop my efforts of trying to drag him out and run to the door with my compatriots just so we could try to escape. Have they gotten William, his body, through the door yet? I would like to go over there and grab one half of the body and help them carry him out.
Oh yeah, I'm inspecting that wall and trying to find a switch to shut the door. I think back down the way we came, lads. Ladies.
Yeah, I did. Hmm.
The risk with the riverway, though, is potentially running into the Martigans and them not asking about why we have Patrick Martigan's body.
Well, question for everyone is our ultimate goal, I guess, at this point is to get as far away from the politics of Stormloft as we possibly can, right?
And as quickly as we can. Yeah.
Who in these provinces and small nations would be the biggest opposition to Stormloft? Yeah, agreed.
I say
Hmm.
Vastagar because we can drop off Martigan's body to the Martigan family. At Rastigar, it's by the coast. If we decide Rastigar's not the best place to be, we can try and move from there to elsewhere using ships of some kind.
I was
And
thinking the same thing. We could
with
go to
them,
Rostagar and then get to Seaguard if we needed to.
Rastigar has more options just in the city. And it's probably the quickest one we could get to if we use the river. what it's the journey that we're most likely to get caught or attacked on. Yeah, and this would be the least likely. The river, wouldn't it?
Seaguard, maybe? If we were able to bypass Stormloft, possibly? It's short.
I think still.
I have a question. I mean, how far have we gotten out? Do we know what the dwarven, what's left of their forces are doing in Drayons? Are they trying a retreat or? Um, I would say maybe that might be advisable if
I
that
have a spell
works for
slot.
you guys. But I'd like to take a rest first, as you know, I'm kind of near death here.
If we really wanted to scout, I still have a spell slot. I wouldn't be able to do it for more than an hour, but I could disguise self as. I won't disguise self as William. I'll disguise as the mayor of the town, the old town. But I could have a wander about for an hour, see what's going on.
Yeah, would you guys be open to maybe that? I mean, at least see the disposition of those dwarven forces. Maybe if they're doing a retreat or something outside of the city, maybe we could tag along to kind of get us to a safer area. Safety in numbers.
I'd only have an hour of being above ground. I'd need to get up above ground, cast a spell, and then I'd have an hour, roughly, give or take the time it take me to get back to the sewer. I don't, unless it was a long rest, I wouldn't get my spells. I'd only have.
Yeah, we're all battered and bloodied except for Bellerin right now, I believe.
Yeah, I've got full health. Yeah, probably a good idea to have a short rest. There's that hole in the ground from where the giant robot. I'll climb out of that. I knew there's fighting there.
Now, do be careful, lovely. We wouldn't want you to get pummeled again.
Yeah.
I love my stealth modifier. How bad do the dwarves look? So there's a couple that look. Say if I was to cause a distraction, like drop a thunder wave, that'd be able to do something in the moment. Yeah, that'd be the issue. How visual is thunder wave? Like, how loud can it be? Yeah, go. Does there look like any spot where I could? Hmm. I'm gonna put it out with prestidigitation because I'm a trolly little bastard. Yeah, I'll put it out. But yeah, at this point, I'll disguise self. I really should have brought one of you two with me because I just realised that we had Stormloft armor. Yep. Yep. I'm just gonna pop out. Maybe not even bother with the. Yeah, I won't bother with the spell. Fireball would be more helpful. Just pop out as Hadrian, just start walking about. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Can Vaughn see me? Damn. Can I go do William's hand signal that they had at him?
They can fly? Oh, okay. I'm just saying those got 100% more terrifying if they can fly.
Am I in a fairly stealthy location?
You got
Make another stealth check.
I was going to ask. Well, do you guys think we could take the airship?
Hey,
If we free Vaughn, yeah. Because how close would you two have come to the entrance of the hole? I'm going to shout.
Try not to
Hoping they
be too
hear me.
loud.
Hoping these guys hear me, I'm just going to go, fuck it. You owe me one dwarf. Pointing at the robot that's holding Varn. And I'm going to use my, because I didn't disguise. Okay, because I didn't disguise self. Oh, God. The guards around the other dwarfs. The guards.
Not the hole to the sewer, but another hole.
Yeah.
How would we feasibly... Oh, sorry. I was going to say, how could we feasibly get up on the airship?
Let ourselves be captured. Because unless they manacled me, I still have from the Magic Initiate feat, I'd still have Thunderwave.
How close is the golem from lifting off of the ground? I mean, is it inbound to ship?
Yeah. He rolled a 7,
hey,
man.
We have a combined wisdom of this party of a -1. You should expect this.
He rolled a 7 and he's not very wise.
You are talking about the players, not the characters, right?
Yeah. Oh, make it a
both,
-2
really.
then if we're talking about us.
We could let ourselves be captured.
I was thinking that. What if we hid our weapons somehow under our armor or something and, like, surrendered? Like, hey, we're part of the Dwarven whatever the fucks, and, like, let them capture us
hiding
in.
the weapons thing, that might work for maybe me with the dagger. I don't think you're going to be able to hide an axe. A fuck off big axe at that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm fairly fat and there's a roll in between the armor I can put it in. Never know.
Aren't there any commoners about it too? No one. Oh. Yeah. I realised, I thought for a second when I saw the commoner, I went, oh, maybe shout for the Marticans. Say something about how these guys killed Patrick. But Yeah, they don't work anymore. Oh.
It's a lot of opposition, but there are some dwarves that could be freed potentially, and another dwarf on a flying robo brain.
Sadly, I think Varn's a goner.
Yeah, I know.
But
Okay, so these
the best hope at the moment is
either of these robo brains. Oh, sorry.
I think the best case scenario with Varn at the moment is I yank his gauntlets off with Mage Hand. I think that's best case scenario. Even then, that's doubtful that I could even do that. Okay.
So they're not close enough to grab onto at this point.
I'm going to shout just to come up, basically. I'll run there. Just here. And Thunderwave, because the last thing you can do. Yeah, throw him back 10 feet.
Obviously, I saw him go out of the hole, right?
Yeah, you see me go, fuck this.
Yeah. Can I do that? Okay, so I would just be able to move somewhere. I wouldn't be able to take an action on top of that, correct? Okay. Okay. How much action would it take me to get out of the hole completely next turn if I'm just at the top? Okay. So I'll do that. I'll end my turn so I'm right at the top. Ballerina.
The least dexterous elf, elf blood ever, will crawl their way out as well, but I will actually go to the top of the hill, or of the hole, so I'm visible. I'll actually prepare to dodge if one of them gets close enough to hit me.
Can I do the same, or I not have enough for that? Okay. God, we do not make very good life decisions, do we?
I want to re-note, I rolled a 7, and my wisdom is -1. Okie dokie. Oh, bugger. How do you roll 4.99?
Did it actually auto roll the 2 since the shield gives me advantage on initiative?
Yeah.
for the timing. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna enter a rage, and I'm going. I have one extra actually because I would have gotten 3 at level starting level 4, so I would have had an extra. I'm not sure if I regained them on a short rest, but I know I had 1 left regardless. I'm going to charge straight forward, and I am going to leap with my weapons in hand and try to drive my pick into this thing's glass brain. Yes. Yes. And I get an extra attack now because I have I'm level 5, so I get an extra attack. So okay. Yeah, I'm trying to carve this thing's brain out of its head. Can I say that I was yelling for Ashbraid as I ran out and did this to the golem?
Bugger. Oh. Yeah. Can I? I'll uncanny dodge the last one. So the damage was what total? Hit me. Bugger.
Oh, wunderbar.
I'm screwed. Nine. My maximum hit point. 30. Oh, thank God for that.
That's not something you want to hear from the DM. What's the maximum hit points?
Jesus Christ. That's a failed death save, though, isn't it? Instant. Yeah. I'm acquiring these scars a lot.
Yes, you are.
Like
I'm out of
every
beer.
fight, I've earned a scar, bar the last one.
May I ask something for when my turn rolls around? Since it turned to attack him, does that mean it has its back to me? Oh, beautiful.
Cover the retreat, Bellerin. Cover the retreat.
I am planning on covering the retreat. Don't worry.
But we have a problem. Hadrian's down.
Yep. Oh, holy hell. Oh. Can I speak? Damn. I just go shout fucking run, man. Leave me behind. Yeah, just shout fucking run, Gimmicks, you stupid bastard.
Can I hear him?
All right. Since that thing has its back to me, how big are these things? So it's kind of like a robotic centaur. Okay.
It's a sentry pot mated with a robo brain.
Okay. I have a hammer. Okay. It has glass. And it just hurt one of my friends. All right. Well then, as I am moving up to hit that thing. Oh wait, no. I wouldn't have the time to toss my spear to the unarmed guard as I ready my hammer and run up, could I? All right. I will toss my spear to the unarmed guard so he's not completely worthless. And effectively, I'm going to try to charge up and hit the head of the robot that is got its back to me. In fact, I intended to make a flying leap so I can bring the thing down on it with both hands.
Ooh,
And I will do that
thank you.
that bonus action of making it into a smite. Yeah. Okay, I had misunderstood that when it was explained before. Yep, I just gained second level spells. Let's see. It would be I'd be doing 3d8. I do, and I will take it. Not this time. Also, in the last fight, did my temporary replacement ever use their lay on hand? Okay, that's important to know so I can help Mercer.
I don't think so. I'm gonna take 3 attacks. So I noticed the pick did a lot more damage than the axe. Okay, so I'm going to just swing vigorously with that pick. I'm gonna bury it into this thing's glass brain. And then can I do one more with it? Or do I need to do... Oh, no, I have to do the axe, because it's the other weapon as a bonus action. So then I'll do the one with the axe. Yes, I took that instead of an ability score improvement. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to say in this situation, I'm going to have the pick be my primary weapon, and the standard is my offhand because it's doing more damage. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm I'm probably gaining some vigor from this, seeing this thing might be able to be killed. I'm just shouting and screaming. Yes, I am. Can I scream at them as I see them coming to me? You're next, as I'm burying this pick into this thing's brain. Jesus. Whew. Sorry, almost dropped my plate of food. Okay. So take -5. You can all rot in hell, you Stormlock pigs.
Am I looking at anyone opposite him? I was only going to ask if it was possible for me to look at one of the guards and just spit up the blood into their face. Just as one final fuck you.
I,
Oh, thank God. Oh.
All right. This is partially because, as you said, these things are fairly big and it annoys me. And also to get over to our master treasure hunter. Could I use my athletics to, for lack of a better analogy, use this thing's limbs to get over it and around to Mercer? Right. Oh, this is gonna suck. All right, for my action, I'm going to try to hit Mercer with my lay on hands for 5 points. Just 5 at the moment because I feel like we're going to need them. I'm still in position to be able to hit the Nyctalope, right? Fuck it, I'm going to smack it.
Kill that mother effer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Never mind. No, I will... Shit, I can't think of anything that I can pull him free of them. Because I would have... let me look.
Smite him. Smite him good.
Yeah, I think I will use that Shield of Faith on myself to have that little bit more AC. Yep.
That's good. I'm gonna do it. I'm just... Yeah, why not? Okay. Give me 1 second. Character sheet went away. Like, crack its skull open yet? So, as I do that, obviously I was up there hitting it. Can I land on my feet and then look at the regulars and say which one of you is next? Yeah, like I'm standing on top of its dead corpse and looking at them like, which one of you wants the axe next? Yeah, I like to be on top of it. Just climb on top of it for advantage, so that I can swing down at anything that's trying to get to me. Yep. Yep.
God, yes.
I was about to say, thanks for being about to. back unconscious. I can't see the attack, can I? So I can't try and uncanny dodge. Oh, uncanny dodge. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Well, shit. Okay. The reckless attack. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Homing beacon? I'm concerned.
I should have just
Alright,
stuck with being a troll, not tried to fight back. This isn't the first time I've been in handcuffs, in manacles. So do you think it's possible for me to get the manacles from behind my back to in front of me? I can't. I know I can't get them off, but I can get you. Yeah. My plan was to move forward slightly to the guard, get the manacles round his neck, and just hold him there. Maybe fireball him to the face. Yeah, I'll move there. Disengage. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the shackles around his neck and just yank tight. Oh, oh, yeah. I'm just gonna make sure he can barely breathe. Just yanking as tight as I can on these manacles. His spine's gonna break, or the manacles are gonna break. One of the two. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, of course. After all, these poor bastards have well, they're utilizing these unholy abominations against nature in their fights.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah, I'll burn a level 1 spell for the smite.
Oh no. Yeah, and trying to make sure Ballerin didn't hit me as well, because I'm on very low situation. It'd be painful for the paladin to kill me as well.
Um, Real quick, I was gonna take a 5-foot step to move. Even
No.
I expected that.
Okay, so they no longer have advantage on attacks against me. I have the high ground currently. Um, hmm. This is a difficult one. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them within reach of me almost. And Varn's bleeding out. I think I have yet to do decent on one of these. Oh. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna yell out we need to do a tactical retreat immediately. And I would like to. I said tactical retreat.
Hey, the dwarf has at least got this. He didn't start this fight.
I did not this time.
I'm getting.
Okay, so I would like to. Can I try? So the hole's right in front of me. Can and with my next level up, I got an extra 10 feet to my movement speed. Can I try to jump down and like do a somersault, grab Varn, and just go into the hole with him? Because he's right at the edge. Okay. Where are my acts?
The dwarf has spiked armor. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'm hoping he has. I'm hoping he has thick armor on, and it just caught the edges. Oh God. Well, now we're in the hole. I out of the city because I believe that was the direction we were heading originally.
100% more terrifying.
Yeah.
These things are becoming increasingly more worrying as time goes on, and they were bad enough to begin with. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a risky move first. Not an action or anything, just a voice, just a quick talk. I'm going to say, stop. We act on behalf of the king in the name of Seth Highwind. Yeah, I turn and I walk away up to where I think the sewer entrance is, and then dash in once I'm inside.
I did not think that was going to work.
Oh yeah, double dash. I'm gone.
I'm inclined to follow his example, and yeah, I'm going to attempt to disengage and run like hell. Would I be able to dash around them to get into the hole? I'll do that. As soon as I get done reloading my character sheet, because I had to refresh the page earlier.
Which one of us? This is good.
Ow!
Yeah, is there anything I could do to try to stabilize Varn as I'm running so he doesn't die? Did he... Did... God damn it! All of that I was trying to save him. Could I have, Is there any chance I could use my inspiration and give it to him to not fail the saving throw? I'm trying so hard. I just didn't want him to die. That was the only reason I retreated. Damn it. Is it? Wait, we have a health potion, right? Is it really? I could have shoved it down his throat as we were running. I'm, I'm, I'm grasping at straws. Damn it!
Take the gauntlets.
God damn it!
You don't take them, I will. I can do with more strength.
I'm gonna deal with that later. I guess I put the gauntlets on me because I know they're make you stronger. Obviously, right? Yeah, I'm taking him with me. I'm not leaving his body here. God damn it! I tried so hard.
I'm safe.
On your way up. Sure. By dumb luck, did my spear make it down in the hole too? Fuck, I'll grab it as I'm going.
God damn it!
As a note, out of game quickly, I have just received word from one of my friends that is watching the stream. Apparently, she can hear me and one other person, and that's yeah. Apparently, she can hear me and one other person.
In the game right now, Jay-Z is no slouch on the combo either, running 3 Queen of the Dread.
Yeah, I am.
She believes it is you and gimmicks
to push for a lot of face
that she
damage.
cannot
One thing
hear.
that we didn't even talk about is with Ella, even just a great mid.
Oh, that's terrible. We had so much good auditory this game. I know. We had tests this time.
I'll jump on Twitch quickly to double check. It's someone I trust quite well, so. Oh, I can hear Aaron. Doesn't seem like it so far. Yeah, doesn't appear if I can hear you.
Well, shit.
There's a long delay, though.
Agreed.
Do you reckon your audio?
All right. Are you still on Twitch? Are you still listening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what happened. You should be able to hear me in a couple of seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you on Twitch now.
Great, wonderful. I see what happened. So remember when I buzzed out and it got all weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why that was is because gains when I'm listening to myself and I'm speaking into a different computer, so it's like that audio just infinity. I muted myself on the computer, and so when I did that, I didn't unmute myself on the computer. But everybody can hear me now. So just a real quick recap from what you didn't hear me saying while we were playing is they stupidly went up and fought a bunch of stuff. That's all you need to do. They barely got away with their life as more of the Nyxtalopes started descending down. The town or the city seems to be completely under siege. I'm assuming you're going for the Hadrian pathway to the tunnel, the Serpent Tunnel, right?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, would I know that? Because obviously, Seagard is a dwarven stronghold, right?
It's actually where Varn's from.
Would I know if there's anyone that could resurrect him there?
No. Dwarves don't do much in the ways of resurrection. When it comes to resurrection, you're pretty sure that the only person you've heard of that's capable of such magic is an individual known as the Red Priest, who's a wandering priest of the god Atavius. He's in the Stormloft region, but whether or not he'd be willing to help you is it's a question.
Well, shit.
If there's one
Gimmets
thing you
would really
do
like
not-
to deliver this corpse. We have 2 corpses to deliver now.
I don't think you have Patrick anymore.
No, that was the thing. We left Patrick somewhere in the sewer.
Where you were having the short rest. Yeah, he's sitting there having a eternal rest.
And knowing Gimmets is probably thinking of a way to try and bring this man back. I'm just going to turn to him and say, if there's one thing you don't fuck with, it's death.
Real quick, though, a note. So your options are still the same, just without the option of jumping out and getting totally reamed by stuff.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that the sewerway behind you, the passage behind you, is pretty much filled with regulars, probably chasing after you, but not at a quick pace, because they assume that you're probably lying in ambush up ahead. You know that getting to the Serpent Trench is an option, and getting out into the forest towards Stormloft is an option. Everything else has been taken away from you, because you've cut yourself off from the rest of the city. That's it.
How likely are the elves to help us?
How what?
How likely are the elves to help us, Bellarine?
We'd have a hard time getting through to get to him now because I'm fairly certain every regular up on the surface will be looking for us. At this point, has Bellarine reverted back to being male?
Yeah, so there were a couple of moments during the thing, and nobody heard me, so they don't know if I was doing a good job DMing or not. But I was super awesome. You should have seen it. It was the best. But
It was fantastic. You guys missed out on a lot.
when you plowed into the glass thing, like, you know, you could kind of feel your like muscles like quake. As you kind of ran to rescue him, like you could kind of feel like that camaraderie, that brotherhood. And as you kind of just now stop and kind of look at yourself, you feel like your armor is more tightly fitted, and you're kind of loosening the straps because they were kind of set a certain way. And you kind of just, you know, feel like whatever boon was placed upon you, whatever effect was placed upon you by the maiden of the fog, it's kind of gone away. That said, so your 2 options now cut down from 5, you turkeys. You have go through Stormloft, and again, there's 2 options there. You can go to Seagard from Stormloft, but yeah, and then the Serpent's Trench.
I think Serpent Trench.
I am inclined to agree with that. However, Master Dwarf, do you think we could hit anything to collapse the tunnel behind us so they quit chasing our asses?
Absolutely. I got a pickaxe still.
Don't make any rolls. You very quickly do it. Not a problem. You definitely just drop the sewer out from above. In fact, you do it in such a way that a building up above actually slides into the sewerway.
Okay,
I
we're
quickly want to leave
safe
a
for the
note
moment.
just saying, sorry about your house.
Well, the town, from what you saw of it, is pretty much savaged by the conglomerate's forces. Anywho, you make it to the Serpent Way. There's nobody at the place where you would normally like request a boat. No one's holding their post. If they were thieves, they've probably already migrated. But you do see that there are still a couple of ships. They're little more than rafts, really, with kind of they're rafts with kind of a railing.
Would I have used this before?
Yeah, you probably
Do I know how to use them.
Yeah, you've probably been. Basically, all you have to do is untie it. The outer edges of it are kind of like hardened wood, like old oak. So if it hits the stone, it's just going to kind of bounce the way it was, and because of its size, it's not going to capsize or flip.
They're kind of like the old ferries.
Correct. But they basically put it onto this speeding waterway and let you go down it. If you've ever been to like a water ride at an amusement park, it's like that, but without the handrails that you can put on you, just rails on the outside. Anywho, Hadrian cuts the line, and you guys start heading off. It's not exactly like the harshest thing ever. A couple of times you kind of hit against stone at a pretty good clip, but nothing too like severe. You can hear the timbers kind of creak and crack as they kind of hit stone a bit as the water pushes you along. But the stressful seconds become minutes, and those stressful minutes become hours, and time just begins to kind of pass until you're very, very tired. I presume that you'll still be kind of keeping someone, to make sure nothing untoward is set before you.
I point the bell in and just go, you could stay awake for a bit. I'm napping.
The truth of the matter is it goes. You guys do this kind of cycling, eating your rations that you have. Does everybody have at least 4 days worth?
I actually brought extra rations. I think I had 10.
Perfect. So you guys are able to sustain yourself on the ship. You know that it's going to be a decently long travel. But Hadrian, you see the water kind of slowing, and you would know that when it comes to a slow crawl, it's kind of moving towards its city or town. And up ahead, you see a couple of fellows with black cloaks, but they're kind of pushed back over their shoulders. Underneath, they're wearing yellow shirts, and they all have a symbol on their tabards. There's 3 of them. Symbol on their tabards. It's a coin being grasped by a black-gloved hand with a dagger kind of running in between. You would recognize it as the symbol for the Mardigan House.
Yeah. Have we taken a long rest?
Yeah, you would have.
Can I add just a little background as we were doing this? Could I have performed funeral rites on Varn and obviously wrapped him with something if I could have found it, so it's not glaringly that there's a dwarf corpse?
Yeah. And also you would find, like, along the travel, because again, it is a 4-day trip from where you were to where you are, you would kind of come to a couple of points where you can kind of stop, get onto shore inside of stonework, and kind of put him in the ground, like into stone, instead of just leaving him out and about.
Yeah, if I could give him like a proper burial in stone as we could for now, I would like to do that.
Yeah, perfect. And if you relinquish him of his items, he does have the pair of gauntlets, a set of chain shirt, and that's it. That's all I kept him with.
What armor is chain?
Chain shirt, yeah.
Would I be able to use that?
Medium, I think. No.
No. Damn.
Yeah.
Take it with us.
Okay. And then the gauntlets, are you dispensing those as it stands, or?
No, I'd be taking them with me.
Okay. Well, is anybody putting them on, I guess is the question.
Oh, yeah, I'd put them on.
Okay. All right.
I'll speak to the Mardigan family in Feast Camp.
Okay. Yep. They kind of like shake their heads at you and they say, pleasantries aren't necessary down here. If you're on the trench, you're on the trench. And they look at you and they say, but what are you doing out this far? What are you doing in the kingdom of Metin?
Running.
Fair enough.
Patrick Mardigan is dead.
I'll tell you this, though. No one in the town of Crossup is alive, save family. And we're on our way out as it is. So, are you continuing down the trench, or are you going to stay here and see what's about? The town is a mess.
I think we continue on.
Yeah, to continue forward at this point.
Group up together. 6 is better than 3.
Not terribly keen on staying with you guys, especially with that one. And he kind of gestures towards the door.
Oh, that's just rude.
Well, that's what did it. Those are the ones that took over the town.
The dwarves?
Ah.
Oh. Gimmets would perk up at this. Which dwarves?
I don't know, dark-skinned ones.
That's not our dwarves. Well, obviously, I might be metagaming a little bit there, but insight check, like, gray dwarves?
Oh, yeah, it'd be Dwargar, yeah.
Okay, I'm just wondering, I didn't want to, like, automatically assume. But
he says, they came down from Storm's Eye and headed this way. Someone drew them out of there. You guys would know Storm's Eye is kind of south of Drayons in Stormloft Kingdom still. And he says, I'm pretty sure the only reason they attacked is because of the constable.
Constable?
The constable. Kelgar. And as he says that, the camera kind of zooms out and kind of fades out from where you guys are at, and it shows the town, which is kind of a wreck, a mess of it. But there's hundreds of dead people just in the courtyard, the main courtyard. And standing kind of in the center of the courtyard is this half-orc. Or orc, maybe. You're not sure. And he's wearing kind of just ragged armor, a bone pauldron, and he has a pharaoh-looking battle axe in his hand, and he's pulling the axe head out of a Dwargar's skull. And he looks down at it, shakes his head, and then grasps his amulet. And as his hand pulls away from it, you can see it as a holy symbol of the god Angum. And that is where we will leave the session for today. I'm sorry, everybody who was watching at home. We didn't really get to do much on the whole recording thing. Next time, we'll try and not mess it up again. But yeah, I'll just, again, you did see a bit of it, like half of it, or exactly half of it. But saying that, it was a pretty fun fight. It wasn't my fault. I should have killed them all.
I did that expecting to die.
Well, there were a couple of points, like when you said, do I see him? Can I uncanny dodge him? I was like, yeah, sure. But you guys did surprisingly well, and you did take cues eventually. That said,